Welcome to the American Rambler with your host Paul Grafton. We're starting back our series on Felonious Female Fridays, where we discuss the fair sex not being so fair. All right, here is a topic. I've been discussing movies in my series, and something similar is that they seem to always portray the child trafficker as the creepy man, when it is so far from the truth. The FBI says it's between 65 to 70% females. So here we have a story about a female child trafficker exploiting a 14-year-old boy. Okay. All right. Now, her name is Carla Rose Heath, is a drug addict. She's 48 years old. She pled guilty to exploiting a teenage boy for sex work to fund her drug habit between 2000 and 2001. Now, she is the number one culprit, but I also blame her mother, and I blame the female cooperative, because it is so tight that they cannot see beyond their own fallacies. Despite her suspended sentence, pink privilege, of course she gets pink privilege. The court recognized the long-lasting damage inflicted upon the victim, who continues to suffer from post-traumatic stress and substance abuse. Yeah, you know what she did? She got the boy addicted to drugs in order for her to exploit him. In a harrowing tale of exploitation and drug addiction, this woman, once entrusted with care, has now faced the consequences. No, she never faced the consequences. She has a suspended sentence for engaging a teenage boy in sex work to fund her drug habit between 2000 and 2001. I know what you're going to say. Well, if there were no men demanding the exploitation of kids and women, this wouldn't happen. No, it needs to be both ways. You need to both cut off the supply and you need to cut off the demand. You can't do one without the other. Okay. Because look at Chicago. They cut off the supply of guns. They didn't cut off the demand. So Chicago is one of the most dangerous cities to live in. Heath, then 25 years old, pled guilty to supplying dangerous drugs to a child and engaging in hookup. Sorry, I'm not allowed to use certain words. I think I should have said poo-poo instead, but I'm just going to hope for the best. The court heard chilling details of how she exploited the vulnerable 14, 15-year-old victim, providing him with drugs on her apartment balcony before taking him to a hotel for encounters with older men. The depths of Heath's manipulation became evident when it was revealed she even lied to the victim's mother. I blame the mother for this as well. Look, women are not these innocent angels that you portray them to be. Matter of fact, if you look as well, even in psychiatrist reports, 70% of them put them as narcissists. Okay, the victim, now an adult, continues to grapple with the repercussions of his crimes. He suffers from post-traumatic stress and a vicious cycle, turned to drugs and sex work as a result of her offending. However, the court also acknowledges his remorse and efforts towards rehabilitation despite the severity of her crimes. She was sentenced to 6 months imprisonment with the term wholly suspended. Yeah, even 6 months. Additionally, Heath is banned from working with children, ensuring that she can no longer exploit vulnerable young adults. But of course, she can exploit vulnerable older men. As Heath comes to terms with the consequences of her actions, her case serves a stark reminder of the devastating impact of drug addictions and exploitation. It is a sobering tale of broken trust and shattered innocence, highlighting the importance of safeguarding society's most vulnerable members. The court's decision underscores the need for accountability and rehabilitation in the face of such crimes. Yeah. First off, anyone that gives any judge that gives such a light sentence and then goes around even suspending that sentence needs to be removed from the bench. In the end, the story of Carla Rose Heath is not just one of exploitation and addiction. And of course, we have to feel sympathy for the perpetrator, but we can't feel sympathy for the victim because the victim is a boy. All right, coming up, I think maybe in 1 or 2 months, I should have my documentary out on the Marissa Mowry case. This is Paul Grafton signing off. Oh yeah, one last thing. Check the store link below.